have to know and what we have to rest assured of is that we're not governed and we're not operating according to the system that the world operates under. I believe that we operate and we maneuver under a God that time is of no essence to him. It doesn't matter what we begin to talk about. There was about 100 folk got together on top of a mountain at Poplar Gap, and the Spirit of God began to move, and all of a sudden they left from that place, and they were changing the world through and by the power and the anointing of God. Let me tell you something. This is the hour and this is the time that if you've not gotten a hold of the torch and gotten a hold of the flame of God's anointing, I say rise up and let God arise and let his enemies be scattered. That he lives in you, but I believe he's walking before me, and he's to my right, and he's to my, come on, you're not helping me up here tonight. You're looking at me. You ought to praise God and know that if God is for you, who cares who's against you? Who cares who's doing whatever they're doing? You say, I want to be in the plan of God. I want to be in the purpose of God. I want to be in the center of God's will. Will always fail and come into submission to the plan of God. You hear me? I said the plan of the enemy will always, I said always, fall under subjection to the plan that God has already ordained and he has already set up for us. I believe when Jesus said to his disciples, he said, let us pass over to the other side of the lake. Those boys got on that boat. They got out there and got their gear together, and all they knew is we're going to the other side. But when you read the story, what you find is that somewhere in the midst of them starting on one side and going to the other, they run right smack into a storm. Let me tell you something. When it got early today and these storm clouds began to roll all around us, I thought, Jesus, 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 where are you, Lord? And so I had just a moment of understanding what they felt like, because in the situation, Jesus went to sleep on the boat, and there as he was asleep, the storm came raging against them. The Bible says that the water began to overtake the boat and began to fill that place where they were. I can see them taking things, trying to dip that water out, reaching in, trying to empty it out. We got to do everything we can do within ourselves and within our ability to stop this boat from going under, stop it from crashing and us all dying out here on the lake. But what they failed to remember in the midst of the storm and in the midst of the trouble that they were in is that they had the plan and they had the purpose and they had the answer and they had the reason right there at their fingertips and right there at their disposal. I believe they worked diligently until it looked like they could do no more. And then finally somebody said, go wake up the master and go get Jesus. Jesus, it's in him we live, it's in him we move, and it's in him we have our being. This thing has little to do with us, but it has everything to do with God. Spoken the word, let us pass over to the other side of the lake. Let me tell you something. Had that boat had went under and had the storm caused that boat to fall apart, I believe the word was already spoken. And it didn't matter what happened. If dolphins had to come up out of that lake and take Jesus for a ride to the other side, he had a plan and he had a purpose. I'm going to the other side of this lake. They ain't a storm big enough. They ain't a battle hard enough. They ain't trouble big enough in my life to cause me to think for one moment that I'm not getting through this and I'm not going through this. I believe it was the plan. Somebody said, well, what's the purpose when they got out there and the storm come? Let me tell you what the purpose was. Jesus knew when they got to the other side that they were going to step into the land of the Gadarenes, and there was a man on the other side that everybody had tried to fix. Everybody had tried to do everything they could for him, but he was a lunatic and there was no more help for him. I'm talking about a man who cut himself. I'm talking about a man who was no longer fit to be in society, that he slept in the tombs and he slept in the graveyard. You don't even know what that probably had to mean for somebody to sleep in a tomb. I'm talking about sleeping beside dead bodies. This man had completely lost his mind. And in the times when he was crying and he was moaning, just wanting to be free, you say, well, it was that devil crying. Let me tell you what, I believe there were times when that man, he wasn't Legion. Legion was the name of the devil that was living inside of him. But somehow, when that man would somehow get a grip of reality, I believe he'd cry out, I need help. I need an answer. I need to be set free. I can't go on like this any longer. I believe that spirit tried to cause him to take his life, but still there was something that he held on to, because he knew even though everybody had turned their back on him, everybody had went the other way and never even gave him a second thought, he knew that somehow, somewhere, there still had to be hope, and there still had to be purpose to his life. Oh, but little did he know, even though the storm was out on the lake, there was a Jesus that was coming his way. There was a Jesus who said, I'm going to the other side. My purpose is not to stay in the storm, but my purpose is when I step foot on the other side, there's going to be devils that says, I know who you are. I know who you are. I know who you are. You hear me? The purpose is that when you get to the other side, you'll understand what it is. There's somebody waiting on you. There's somebody waiting on the anointing you have. There's somebody waiting on the power to lay hands on the sick and watch them recover. I'm telling you, somebody's waiting on you. But don't let the storm cause you to think that you're not going to pass over.